So one has to inquire very deeply into what is compassion. Can we go into it now? You understand, we have talked very clearly about clarity and skill, and the dangers of skill. Without clarity, well, skill then becomes a means of self-aggrandizement, the aggrandizement of a nation, of a group, the whole process of it. So we are saying there are three things one must understand very, very carefully. Understand in the sense, not intellectually, not verbally, but actually see the quality of it. The three things which are compassion, clarity, and skill. Right? And when there is compassion, there is no division between clarity and skill. Right? It's one movement. I wonder if you see this. And because we are caught up in skill, we don't see the total movement. So what is the nature and the structure of compassion? To understand it, one must go into the whole question of pleasure, love, suffering, death. You can't just say, I have compassion. The mind that says I am compassionate is not compassionate. You understand? I wonder if you do. Then when the mind says I am intelligent, it's no longer intelligent. Because it's conscious of itself. Right? When it's conscious of itself, there is no intelligence. So one must go into this question, what is the depth and the meaning and the significance and the beauty of compassion? And to do that, one must inquire not only as we did into pleasure, into fear, but also into pleasure. Is love pleasure? Is love desire? Is love of another a remembrance? Is love of another an image? All these are involved when we think over together this question of compassion. And we can only go into it when we go together. Not the speaker goes into it and you just listen. When we together go into it. Because a human being is not alone. He is the essence of all human beings. And that's a fact. That's a reality. That's not my invention, my wanting to identify myself with the whole. The absolute fact is, you are, as a human being, living through millennia after millennia, you are the representative of whole of mankind, the mankind that has suffered, agonized, shed tears, killed and be killed, jealous, angry, anxious, seeking pleasure, caught in fear. You're all that. Therefore, you are the entire humanity. And when there is a total revolution in this consciousness, there is that revolution affects the consciousness of mankind. That's a fact. And that's why it's so urgently important that each one of us who listens, and you're good enough to listen, serious enough to take the journey together. When you fundamentally, deeply consciousness change its content, you will affect the whole of mankind.